Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Struggles for Survival, Lesson 14, with your host, me, Mrs. Inman. Okay, you know what you need. You need your mentor text, a pencil, and a highlighter. And then we can get started. Last lesson of our unit. I'm so excited. Okay, so in today's lesson, our learning goals are I can analyze the use of multimedia to contribute to meaning and mood or tone. Okay, you guys remember mood or tone? Okay, so multimedia conveys meaning and tone. So remember, the tone is an author's attitude. It's how the author feels about something. And then the mood is how the author wants us as readers to feel. So the author writes and creates his or her attitude towards something, and then when we read it, it's how the author wants us to feel. And let me tell you, this lesson creeps me out, and you'll see why. Haha, there it is. Okay, don't even need words for this, boys and girls. Okay, so this is called Hunting Snake by Judith Wright. All right. Sun warmed in this late season's grace, under the autumn's gentlest sky, we walked and froze half through a pace. The great black snake went reeling by. Head down, tongue flickering on the trail, he quested through the parting grass. Sun glazed his curves of diamond scale, and we lost breath to see him pass. Okay. So, the sun warmed in this late season's grace, under the autumn's gentlest sky, and then we walked and froze half through a pace. The great black snake went reeling by. And that last line that I underlined, we lost breath to see him pass. What is the author? What is his attitude? Okay, what's the tone? And then, how does it make you feel? I know how it makes me feel. Woo-hoo-hoo. So, the author's tone or attitude, the tone, is anxious. You can feel that, oh, they kind of froze, like they're walking along, and all of a sudden, whoa. I mean, if you saw that big black snake going across the trail, you'd freeze too. Okay. And they lost breath to see him pass, so they were kind of holding, waiting, anxious to see what the snake's gonna do. And the mood, fear, that would be me, and maybe some of you. As I was reading that, I was like, whoa, I'm scared, because that's a big snake. You saw the picture, and it just went by, like right in front of them. And just the descriptive words that the author uses. The sun glazed his curves of diamond scale. No. All right. So, meaning, the meaning here is the narrator describes this beautiful day and then her surprise and fear at seeing the snake. Okay. So, fierce intent. So I'm going to read this first. What track he followed, what small food fled, living from his fierce intent. We scarcely thought, still as we stood, our eyes went with him as he went. Fierce intent. We scarcely thought, still as we stood, our eyes went with him as he went. Can you envision this person? Like all of a sudden, you're not even moving. Your eyes are the only thing moving. So the tone They're cautious because they're not sure what this snake is going to do. And the mood, of course, is fear because that snake is very large. So if they make any moves, it could strike. And it doesn't say how close they are to the snake, but close enough, I think, that in my mind, just by reading this, that, whoa, they make any quick moves, you don't know what's going to happen. And the meaning is she's just watching the snake, hoping it will just move right along. You know, just staying still, watching it, going, okay. I'm going to let you try it. I mean, that's a big snake. Let's be real. I want you to read page 23. Okay. Jot down your interpretations of the image of the snake and explain how the illustration and the words work together to create meaning, tone, and mood. So just take some, think about what we just read and all those amazing things that the author and how they wrote and how it made us feel. And then look at the picture. Okay? And talk about the tone and the mood and how that works with the picture. I mean, I saw the picture when I was looking at the lesson before I recorded, and I was like, oh, kind of sat back from the screen a little bit. And then I started reading. I'm like, oh, she's out for a walk. Oh, I'm really glad. I mean, I'm sure there are snakes that big in Minnesota, but I don't really care to see one. So that's what I want you to do. Take 5-6 minutes. Just write down, like, how that picture right there, and how the image of the snake, and explain how the illustration and those words work together to create my fear, your fear, to the author's anxious. Okay, go ahead and pause. And I want you to highlight the details in the text as well. Okay, so page 23, cold, dark, and splendid. He was gone into the grass that hid his prey. We took a deeper breath of day, looked at each other, and went on. Okay, right away I underline cold, dark, and splendid. He was gone. And then, oh, can you just picture it? We took a deeper breath of day. Phew, like relieved would be. So the tone, amazed. And the reason the author is their attitude is it's cold, dark, splendid. So that the author's attitude is like, oh, amazed that there went that snake. And then the mood, how does it make you feel? Well, it made me feel relief, and that's exactly what she wanted us to feel, or wanted us to get, was relief, a little bit more calm. And so the meaning behind all this is the snake moves on and doesn't bother her. Simple as that. I think it's because she stood so still. All right. So I want you to evaluate your learning. 4, I got it. I can teach it. 3, I can do it on my own. 2, I can do it with help. Or 1, I'm so confused. That you can analyze the use of multimedia, which is the picture, to contribute to meaning, and mood and tone. Awesome job. I look forward to seeing you later.